Would you believe that one of my first discoveries in Germany was a poisonous fire salamander under my camper van? I didn't know it at the time, so I picked it up to save its life. But that was just the beginning of a wild and meaningful journey through Germany, from learning the ins and outs of European camper van travel, which is so different, but the same, to walking the very streets my ancestors left nearly 300 years ago. This was more than just a road trip. This is a journey into my roots, and I can't wait to take you with me. I'm just going to pop back quickly to 2016. I know this is weird, but these German adventure riders stayed at my house in South Australia in 2016, and one of them's name is Wolfgang. He is in Germany and invited me to come and visit him in his country, but these are just images of when they were visiting me. We went and did a little tour around the Florio Peninsula, and then the thank you song, which I love. I love this song. Makes me smile every time I hear it. And back to 2025, I'm visiting Wolfgang, and we take Cody Cowboy for a quick walk because he's been in the car all day. We stop off for a treat, a German treat, an Aperol Spritz. I'd never had one before, and I was so happy to try it because that was really tasty. And it's so fun to be meeting Wolfgang again and sharing old stories. And Cody Cowboy is loving being in a beer garden. This is called Wohnmobil Halt. So if I were to translate that, that is a camper stop. Pay at the machine and you get a ticket and put it in your window. Oh no, a problem already. It turned out to be related to that diesel heater water release button that I showed off in the last video where he was demonstrating it. Unfortunately, he left it open. Today, this would be my first time filling up at the station, so I'm going to take some pictures of the words and then translate it so I know what to do. And this is the dump point. Oh, look. Oh, instructions for use in English. Fantastic. Interesting. Fancy. I chose to camp here because this campsite, camping park, whatever you want to call it, is right in the old center of Essingen, Germany, which is a historic old town, and it's just so nice to be able to park near the center and go for a walk early in the morning. I love being out bush, absolutely, but it's also nice to camp in town sometimes, and to have a nice safe place to stay for the night was fantastic. This is the region my family came from. I'm a descendant of Rudolf Wilke and Elizabeth, and they came from a town just about 20 kilometers from here. And if they lived that close and were born that close to here, they probably walked around this town too. And I was just looking at some dates on the buildings, and they were built like in the 1500s. And my family left this area in the 1700s. So pretty safe to say they would have walked around here as well. And now here I am walking on the same area that they did. I'm going to the village today, which is Wieler and Hilsbach, which I know they lived in and worked in. So this is just a larger town, a little bit close, and it had a really nice camp. So I chose to camp here last night, and it was fantastic. And Cody loves Germany too. Sometimes I just wonder what that dog is thinking. If my family walked these streets, they would have seen that. So it's really cool to be here. This is Hilsbach. My family comes from Wieler, just up the road here, and they went to church in Hilsbach. And the first church I just went to, I couldn't tell if it was built before they left in the 1700s. But this one was built before they left in the 1700s. So this could be where my family went to church. And I just think that's pretty daggone cool. Well, I don't know if it's cool because from what I understand from Ancestry.com, they left Germany because of the church. Actually, the whole church, including the preacher, got on the William and Sarah, which was the name of the boat, that left Hamburg, Germany to Pennsylvania. And it sounds to me like they were under persecution as a church. What a beautiful little town, beautiful village. Have a look. Pretty darn cool. Who's inside? Jesus! It doesn't open. It's locked. It's locked too. Sorry, we can't go in there right now. Huh? All right, let's go. Oh! That was a good one, Cody. Now I'm going to enter Bergsteinsburg, which is the castle in Wieler where my family lived. This was their castle. This is amazing. You know, they would have walked here. They would have lived here. This is so cool to see. And I'm going to climb up that tower like any damsel in distress might do and have a look. Okay, there's my camper van down in the parking area with Cody Cowboy in it. I left him in just for a few minutes. And look at this beautiful place. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful here. Do I feel a connection to my family roots? Not really, but I don't think that's fair because I've traveled a lot and I've seen a lot of pretty places. And yeah, technically I was hoping to feel like, oh wow, this is home. I want to live here forever. I don't feel that, but I'm still chuffed as all heck to see it. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. And I just wish I could go back in time and talk to Rudolph and Elizabeth and just know what they were feeling, what they were wearing, what they were eating. Did they work at this castle? Did they just enjoy the landscape like I am? Did they have to hide in the castle from things? Because I know the history of Rudolph and Elizabeth from the Ancestry records, but they had parents and they had grandparents and great-grandparents. You know, it's in human nature to move around for one reason or another, whether it be looking for food, shelter, better opportunities, more money, more land, whatever. But at least I have a starting place. I have a place that I can put my finger on and say, I come from here 7 generations ago. 7. My 7 times great-grandmother and grandfather are from this spot. So amazing. Wow, wait, look at this. This is either where you shoot the bad guy. Would that be for bow and arrow? I'll show you the last bits of my lunch. I have these little dry crackers with Kräuter, which is a cream cheese with herbs in it, cucumber, tomato, and a very, very special salami that Gabriella bought me because I said I liked it when I was at their house. And I was talking to my brother in the United States and sharing with him what I'd learned about our family. The one thing I do know from Ancestry.com is that my 7 times great-grandfather was a baker and an innkeeper. What I learned in the 1700s is that there was a lot of war and there was a lot of poverty. So there was a lot of things against them. They weren't getting any help from the poverty side. They weren't getting any help. They weren't able to worship the way they wanted to worship. So it sounds to me like that is why they left. There's so much turmoil in the world right now. There's always been turmoil in the world, and this was their turmoil. Now there's turmoil in other areas, not right in the spot, but it's a never-ending cycle. What a fun day to explore that and know a little bit more about who I am and where I come from. We're back on the road and I need to get Cody out for another walk. And oh my goodness, check out the slug that we discovered. Oh, wow. 2 rocks. And it said, I want to grow here. And he's done it successfully. Not that long ago on a different morning walk, Cody got zapped by an electric fence and he had never been zapped before. And he looked at me and he looked at the horses behind the fence and he's like, those horses just hurt me. And now he's afraid of horses. I feel so bad about that, but what a learning experience for him. Oh, poor thing. Oh. And here we are at our next free camp. So I love exploring and finding this little free camp along the side of the road, a really, really remote little road. Cody Cowboy's happy, I'm happy, and I got this email this week that showed me that I've reached 6,000 subscribers. That blows me away. Thank you so much. And now I'm gonna leave you with the full version of the Dankeschön song and pretend it's me singing it to you, my new subscriber. So thank you so much, and let's hit the road.
Das Publikum war heute wieder wundervoll und traurig klingt der Schlussakkord in Moll. Wir sagen Dankeschön und auf Wiedersehen. Schauen Sie mal wieder rein, denn so viel Zeit muss sein, dann ist die Bühne frei, dann sind Sie mit dabei, die Show muss weitergehen, auf Wiedersehen.
Bravo, bravo!